Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Rocket Royale video here on the channel. That's right, today we're doing something totally different. A long time ago, we did a ranking weapons in Rocket Royale, and that was a pretty good video, not gonna lie. Now, I was just thinking the other day, you know what? Let's do a ranking events, because, you know, events are rare, events are cool, and I think everyone loves at least one event. It's just so cool, so I thought, let's rank each event. I'm not sure the exact number of events. I don't know, it's around 10 or something like that. I couldn't be bothered counting. But hey, we're gonna rank every single event. Yeah, in today's video, we're gonna rank every single event in Rocket Royale from the worst all the way to the best. That I think you may have your own opinion. That would be very cool. But yeah, I'm gonna try and keep this as general as possible. I know there's gonna be a little bit of bias because I do like certain events. I know other people don't, but I'll try and keep it as general as possible. But yeah, let's get straight into ranking every single event, shall we? This is gonna be a good and fun video. Not gonna lie. Alright, coming in at number 15 spot on the list it's gonna have to be the flood. No one likes the earthquake, no one likes the flood, whatever you want to call it. I call it the flood, but the seismic activity thing, why? Just why, you know? I mean, this event, when you start to see the ground shake, you just get total disappointment. Many players disconnect. I'm sure a lot of people also do not like this one because it just sucks. Next up on the list is the flying UFO. Yet again, this event doesn't really have much specialty to it. I mean, you can break the UFO and get some shield parts or some weapons if you're lucky, but it doesn't really do much other than that. I mean, this event kind of just hinders you, it slows you down. If you know how to avoid it, you can build a little roof over you to stop it, but yet again, there goes a minute of your game where you could be getting kills, you could be getting action, and you could be gearing up for a different fight. But no, the event, you can't really break it unless you have an explosive, and let's be real, it's really fast, and hitting it with like a grenade launcher or even a bazooka is tough. And even when you do manage to break it, it isn't even that rewarding. Like, you get a couple of shields, like, what? I don't know, it's not the greatest event. It has a little bit of specialty. It yoinks your guns, it teleports you into a random spot. The only positive I can think about it is that you can just make a quick getaway in a fight, but let's be real. Yeah, let's not be real. It sucks. Now, next up on my list, some of you guys may disagree with this one, but I'm gonna have to give it to the bunker. I personally do not like the bunker that much. Yes, it's got cool loot, it's got the legendary stuff, you know, the alien kind of stuff, but is it really that good? You've literally got to waste your entire game breaking that door. It's got like 5,000 HP, way too much, and you just waste your game doing that. And by the time you're breaking the door, I mean, there's probably already someone else who's found it, and you're dead because you got no gun. You've been wasting your time breaking the door. And yet again, similar to the UFO, when you do finally manage to open it, well, what's really inside? You know, it's just not the greatest thing. But yeah, that's my interpretation on the bunker. I don't really like it too much. It's not like anything special, you know. I mean, if you find a bunker, it's like, oh yeah, bunker, like yeah, no one really cares. But yeah, that's my interpretation of the bunker. Maybe some of you disagree on that one because there is a little bit of twist similar to the UFO, the blimp, but I don't really like the bunker that much. Now, next up on my list, just above the bunker, I've got to give it to the Battlemech. Yes, the Battlemech is so cool if you win it. Keyword, if. That's right, it's so hard to win the Battlemech. It is so rare. Like, it's one of the rarer events in the spectrum. And if you do manage to find the event, everyone in the entire lobby will go straight for that Battlemech no matter what. At all costs, there will be 800 people running straight there, and the chances of even using it is like 0. Just when you think you're about to get an insane Battlemech victory, it's about to open, nah, just get sort of one tapped in the back. Like, it's not the greatest. I mean, it can be broken pretty easily. Like, even just a 1v1. Like, I can beat it with a 1v1. Just jump side to side, you can break it, and they pop out, and it's just a free kill. It's pretty powerful when you are in it. Yet again, it can be broken reasonably easy, but like, it's not insane. It's not absolutely insane, you know. I don't know, some of you may disagree with that, but I don't know, Battlemech just doesn't hit it for me. Now, 11th on the list is actually a pretty tough decision to make, this one, because we're starting to get to the better kind of events. It's not like top tier, but like better. But number 11, or whatever number we're up to, I'm gonna have to give it to the blimp. Now, yet again, a blimp is one of those things where you get special loot, but you do have to kind of work for it, you know? Like, no one wants to work for it. No one wants to work for loot. Like, who wants to collect mats at the beginning of a game, build up, open the door, and then just get ambushed by everyone and their mother when they see it as well. The blimp would be totally amazing if, you know, it was a lot less contested, but it's just a giant object in the sky. Everyone, yet again, like the Battlemech, wants to go for it, and it's not really worth it. You're gonna take a lot of time getting some mats to get up there in the first place, and making it down is another question, because by that time, there's probably a bunch of people already wanting to steal you. Yes, good loot up there, good meds, but is it really worth it? I mean, you're like 10 out of 10 going to get an alien pistol, and let's be real, is the alien pistol even good? Nah, it sucks. But yeah, there we go. Blimp, I don't mind the blimp, but I definitely wouldn't like be like, oh my god, yes, we got a blimp, you know what I'm saying? Now, next up on this list, we've actually got the supply drop. You know, this thing's pretty common, this event's pretty common, which is a positive. You can get supply drops out of military arenas and the actual event itself that flies over the map. It's pretty good. However, another downfall about it that I don't like is it's just a major hotspot, just like the Battlemech. You know, when someone sees a supply drop, everyone, literally everyone goes for it just to get that one item, and who knows, it might just have one clip of ammo. Like, it's really not worth it. You can expend so many materials just getting to the supply drop for what? Just an alien pistol at most. You know, you might get lucky, you might get like a turret or a guided missile or something here and there, but like, is it really worth it? Wasting a lot of materials to get to it just for like a one-use item? I mean, it's cool, but not like insane yet again. Now, next up for me, it's starting to get tough now, these events, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna have to be the floating island. That's right, you've seen the Shadow Orb floating island thing. It makes you invisible, and that's about it. It's pretty cool to see it. There's not really any downsides to this thing, but the positives that it does have doesn't really lift it up. You know, it's pretty common. I find it most games. It's a good event, but it's just not the thrill factor that we have for other ones. Getting invisible and increased speed for a little bit of time is pretty fun, but you know, that's about as best as it can go, and that's why it's to slow down the ranks. Now, next up on my list is probably going to be a big surprise to the majority of you. It is a brand new event in the game, the treasure chest. Yeah, the treasure chest, yet again, there isn't really any negatives to it. I mean, except the only thing that it's just insanely rare. But I mean, I suppose it is an event after all. Yeah, you find a bunch of gears, but like, does it really help you in game? It doesn't really, you know, it doesn't really have that vibe. I don't know, yet again, treasure map doesn't really hit it for me, but it is a cool event. I definitely like it, but there are definitely better ones. Alright, next up for me, number 7th in the list is going to have to be the pyramid. The pyramid, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the pyramid. When I find the pyramid, it is amazing. It's such a good memeable item, and I absolutely love it. It's a really good utility. You know, the pyramid, it can heal you. If you shoot it, it can like deflect this weird laser and shoot someone else for you. You know, if you've got a sniper, you can just sit back, shoot the pyramid, and let the pyramid do the work. It's really, really good. But the thing is, it is stationary, it is very rare, and you know, once you kill everyone, there isn't really much use. It's cool at first, and then it just dips right down to just a pile of poo. Definitely the pyramid is a very good event. I do like the pyramid. It is very, very cool implementation, but yet again, you can't really use it for that extended time. It doesn't really have like this insane thing about it, just like most of the lower events. And the thing that really sucks about the pyramid is when you've just killed someone using it, and then someone decides to shoot the pyramid, and then, well, you become the guy that just died. But yeah, dude, the pyramid, I definitely like it, but definitely some more better ones up ahead. Oh, look at this, dude. We're getting close. We're getting close to my top events, dude. Yes. Alright, but that's enough. We're moving on to the fire demon. My number 6 is definitely fire demon. It is very cool, but it is so rare. I have not found this thing in ages, dude. When you find the fire demon, you know, you become the special fire demon. You can throw fireballs that deal insane damage. It's very good. The thing is, though, you can die relatively easy to it. Like, I know we've got the mutant. The mutant, to be honest with you, is better in my opinion. Yes, you've got range attack, but the range attack doesn't do insane damage, and it's pretty easy to get killed when you're throwing stuff at people. So yeah, it doesn't really have an element of surprise like the mutant, which is why it's a little bit lower than the mutant. Definitely a really fun event. Of course, it's got that insane amount of fun when you have it. I don't think I could ask anyone that has been like, oh, I hate the fire demon, because I'm pretty sure everyone does somewhat enjoy it. Yeah, there we have it, the fire demon. We're gonna move on to the top 5 now. My top 5 favorite events, dude. Let's get it. Of course, my number 5 spot. We haven't mentioned it much this video, but it's gonna be the toxic forest. You know, the special poisonous plantation map, it is very cool. I do like it a lot. The reason why I like it a lot is because it's so misty. You you can get away from enemies easy, you can kill enemies pretty easily. There's heaps of healing all throughout the map. It just adds a whole different dynamic to the game, which I absolutely love. You know, when it originally got added into the game, it was absolutely trash, but you know, they gave it a little buff here and there, and it became a pretty good event in my eyes. I don't know, I think a lot of people will disagree with this one, but I kind of like the Pointless Plantation event. It's very cool. Like I said, it adds a whole new aspect to the game, which I absolutely love, and yeah, it's still pretty fun, so that's why it's number 5. Alright, here we go. The Mutant is here. Mutant number 4 spot, alright? I know I benched it a little bit higher than the Fire Demon. The reason for this, it's a lot more common. When you find it, you get a lot more scared. Like, if you're an enemy, you see someone in the kill feed with it, you become extremely scared. And, well, it does 130 damage, some fat damage, and an explosive vest, it doesn't really matter. You can escape an explosive vest with its speed. It's so much fun. Fire Demon is so much fun, especially against a sweat. Like, you can't really defend against a mutant. What they do is they just run at you, hit you, run at you and hit you. You can't really defend. Building? Nah. Building, like, what even is building to the Fire Demon? But yeah, the Mutant, a really, really good event. Ultimately, so much fun, and of course, it's amazing. Alright, the top 3. Now, these are my top 3 favorite events in all of Rocket Royale so far. I do like them. You're probably thinking, well, you've left out the Crash UFO. Well, I'm going to place it in right now. That's right, the Crash UFO, it is really, really common. One of the very first events in the game, it's pretty cool. But yeah, the Crash UFO, it's got loot. You don't really have to do anything to get to it, which is why I love it. It's just a free supply drop, basically. You know, when you find a Crash UFO, you don't really have to do anything special to get it. It's just a bunch of loot sitting there for you. Yeah, that's the main reason why I like it. When you find it, nothing special required to get it. It's really easy to spot, and it really does benefit you in game. It gives you shield, it gives you a couple of guaranteed special items, you know. The reason why it's higher than the bunker and the blimp and the other kind of loot events is because you don't really have to do anything to get it. Usually when you find the UFO, it's just sitting there, free, empty, no one's going to challenge for it. It's such a good event. It just gives you that tiny little advantage in game, the early game especially, and yeah, that's the main reason why I like it. Alright, top 2, here we go. I'm not even going to mess around with this. Top 2, number 2nd place is going to be the airship. That's right, you've probably seen the flying 3 drones in the Wicked Hills map. They are very, very rare, which is one of the reasons why it's not number 1. But dude, let me tell you, when you find this thing, it is great. When you find this thing, you can get on top of these. It's very, very fun. Even if you don't find any loot up there, it's very fun. You know, these things zoom around the map, fly around the map, and when you get on them, the middle one actually has a helipack. A helipack is probably the rarest Rocket Royale jetpack in the game, and it is so much fun to use. Yet again, at the top of this, it's got a bunch of loot, a bunch of alien loot, a bunch of meds, a bunch of shields, but just a bunch of everything, dude. Anything you can ask for. It's so much fun, which is why it's up there. It's just the fun factor, dude, just lifting it. And yet again, it gives you a huge advantage in game if you find the helipack up there, and it's like a bunker multiplied by 3, but without the doors, of course. It's just such an all-rounder event. I absolutely love the airship. But yeah, here we go. We've all waited for this. The number 1 spot, my number 1 favorite event in Rocket Royale, it's got to be the Gravity Zone. Alright, the Gravity Zone is so cool. It gives you loot. It gives you the gravity pack, it gives you the jump pack, it gives you low gravity in Battle Royale. And, you know, if you find the jump pack, you can get a whole bunch of little loot, you know, alien loot for free. And of course, at the very top, you can get either the jump pack or the gravity pack. Both jetpacks are very fun, but let me tell you, if you find that gravity pack, you are literally hacking without hacking, you know what I'm saying? It's so much fun. So much fun in game. It gives you a huge advantage if you find that jetpack, and that's the reason why it's up there. But yeah, there we have it. My top 15, all 15 events in Rocket Royale, listed from 15, worst to best. It's amazing. You have my top 3, the Crash UFO, Airship, and of course, the Gravity Zone coming in at number 1. I love them.